Picture this. You pick up a single book, and it doesn't just teach you something, it rewires your entire life. Your career skyrockets, your relationships deepen, and your dreams start coming true. Sounds like a fantasy, right? But what if I told you there's a way to make every book you read 300% more impactful? Yes, triple the value of every page. And it's all backed by science. In the next 18 minutes, I'm going to blow your mind with 3 transformative strategies that will change the way you read forever. Plus, stick around for a bonus tip that'll take your learning to a whole new level. This is Smart People, and if you're over 25, hungry to grow, and ready to be amazed, you're in for a treat. Let's dive in, because by the end, you'll never look at a book the same way again. Hey there, I'm Danny, and welcome to Smart People, the place where smart people like you come to unlock their true potential. Today, we're diving into something that could be the ultimate game changer for your personal growth. How to read books in a way that doesn't just inform you, but transforms you. I used to be that person who read dozens of books a year, self-help, business, you name it, but I'd forget most of them within weeks. It was frustrating. I felt like I was wasting my time. But then I discovered these 3 science-backed methods, and everything changed. Not only did I start retaining more, but I applied what I learned to land a promotion at work, build better habits, and even start a side hustle that's now earning me extra income. If I can do it, so can you. These strategies are about to turn every book into a stepping stone to your biggest dreams. Let's get started. First up, active reading, the secret to turning every page into a goldmine of wisdom. Let's start with a shocking stat. A Princeton study found that most people forget 90% of what they read within a week. 90%. That means if you read a 300-page book, you're only really keeping 30 pages worth of knowledge. That's heartbreaking, right? But here's the mind-blowing part. Active reading can boost your retention by 50%. That's a game changer. So how do you do it? It's simple but powerful. You engage with the book like it's a conversation. Don't just passively flip pages. Ask questions as you read. How can I use this in my life? Does this challenge what I believe? What's the one big idea here? Grab a pen, highlight the ideas that hit you, and write down one key takeaway per chapter. I tried this with The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg, and it completely transformed my life. I didn't just read about habits. I started building them. Within a month, I was waking up at 5 a.m. every day to work on my side hustle, and now that side hustle is bringing in $1,000 a month. Imagine what you could do with that kind of impact. Here's a real-world example. A friend of mine used active reading on a leadership book, applied the strategies at work, and got promoted to manager within 6 months. Start small. Next book, write down 3 things you learned, and watch the magic happen. Number 2. Spaced repetition, the science-backed trick to make knowledge stick forever. Here's a stat that'll blow your mind. According to the Ebbinghaus forgetting curve, we forget 70% of what we read within just 24 hours. 70%. That means if you read a book today, by tomorrow, most of it is gone. But what if you could flip that around and remember 300% more? That's where spaced repetition comes in. A University of California study found that reviewing information at specific intervals, like 1 day, 1 week, and 1 month, triples your long-term recall. That's the 300% we're talking about. Here's how it works. After you finish a book, skim your notes the next day to lock in the big ideas. A week later, explain those ideas to yourself, maybe while you're driving or cooking. A month later, teach them to a friend or colleague. I did this with Deep Work by Cal Newport, and a year later, I still remember every focus hack. It's why I can now work distraction-free for 4 hours straight, which helped me finish a huge project at work and get a raise. Let me share a story. I taught this method to my brother, who was studying for a certification exam. He used spaced repetition, reviewed his notes over a month, and passed with flying colors. Now he's earning 20% more at his job. This isn't just reading. It's building a memory superpower. Try it. Set a reminder to review your next book this week, and you'll be amazed at what you retain. Number 3, and this one's absolutely mind-blowing, purpose-driven reading, the art of reading with a mission. Here's something incredible. A Harvard study found that people who read with a clear goal retain 40% more than those who don't. 40%. Why does this work? Because when you know why you're reading, your brain filters out the noise and locks in what matters most. Before you open a book, ask yourself, what do I want from this? A better career? A new skill? More confidence? When I read Atomic Habits by James Clear, I set a goal to improve my productivity. I didn't just read, I hunted for ideas I could use at work. I found a tip about habit stacking, started applying it to my morning routine, and within 3 months, I'd streamlined my entire workflow. That led to a raise at my job, a 15% salary bump that I never thought possible. But let me tell you about someone else. A colleague of mine read The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People with the goal of improving her leadership skills. She took notes on every habit, applied them in her team meetings, and within a year, she was leading a department of 20 people. That's the power of reading with purpose. Imagine if every book you read brought you one step closer to your biggest dreams. Whether it's a promotion, a new business, or just feeling more confident. Start today. Pick a book, set a clear goal, and watch it become a catalyst for your success. Before we wrap up, I've got a bonus tip that'll take your reading to a whole new level. Create a reading ritual. This isn't just about reading. It's about making it an experience that your brain craves. Science shows that rituals can increase focus and enjoyment by 30%, according to a study from the University of Minnesota. Here's how to do it. Set up a dedicated reading space, maybe a cozy corner with a lamp and no distractions. Pick a time of day. I love reading at 6 a.m. with a cup of coffee. It feels like a sacred moment. And here's the magic touch. Start with a 2-minute mindfulness exercise. Close your eyes, take 5 deep breaths, and say to yourself, I'm here to grow. I started doing this, and it's made reading feel like a superpower activation. I read Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman this way, and I absorbed complex ideas about decision-making that I now use every day at work. Try this ritual for a week, and you'll be amazed at how much more you get out of every book. Wow, what a journey! We've just uncovered 3 mind-blowing ways to read books 300% more effectively. Active reading to turn pages into gold, spaced repetition to make knowledge stick forever, and purpose-driven reading to transform your life. I've seen these strategies take me from forgetting books to using them to change my career, and I know they can do the same for you. So, which tip blew your mind the most? Drop it in the comments. I can't wait to hear your thoughts, and I'll reply to every single one. If this video inspired you, hit that like button. It means the world to us. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell for more game-changing tips every week.